What's up, guys? Today is Thursday. That means it's Mac Daddy Tools Thursday. He's out here. You know that truck's packed. You know it's huge. You know it's got the goodies in it. So let's go take a look and see what he's got. You guys, come on. Well, how is your week treating you?
Good, good.
Good. I see you got the drink of champions there.
Hey, I like my bangs.
That's what keeps the man going, huh?
That's it.
Well, I have got a bunch of stuff, and you got one of them laid out that we talked about that I want to cover today. But I've got some more stuff I want to get you to show off because I think it's pretty cool. And I'm expanding my shopping list, you know.
That's good.
Making my list. But guys, this right here is something that's pretty new. It's the inverted Torx Plus. So, and the part number is right there. And a buddy of mine, y'all probably seen his videos, Brent Sheffield. He works for a Ford dealership, and he says the Mac ones are the way to go because they have this dish out and it allows it to sit down over the bolt properly and you can get them out. And these are used on a lot of the new Fords. I know the bed bolts are that way, and they've got quite a few more bolts that's in the truck. But he bought another brand. Do you remember what brand it was he bought?
He had bought some Dimlets originally,
but it didn't have the dish here. It was flat and they didn't work properly. So if you guys run across an inverted Torx Plus bolt, this is the set that you need to look at. Tell them about the body shop that you went to that run into that problem.
I have a body shop that I service that on the new Ford bed bolts, they got one in, they had to get the bed off of it, and they didn't have a socket that fit it. They had never seen one like it. And I said, well, we don't have time to find the tool. We got to get the bed off. You know, we got to fix it. We got to get it done. So they took nuts and just welded them to the bed bolts. Therefore, they could get them out of there. And then a couple days later, went by. They said, oh, by the way, do you have anything that fits this? I was like, well, I've not seen one yet. Let me make a phone call. I checked with my other truck. He knew of one. And I did not know that we originally had these. And I ended up finding him one, a different brand. And then later on I found out about these and I got these in for him. But they ended up having to go back to Ford and get new bed bolts. And
it was pretty expensive for the bolts,
instead of just picking up the phone and making a phone call to me first. But
well, there they are. So you guys will have them, and they run from an EP6 up to an EP24.
Yeah, and they start in quarter drive, 3/8 and half.
Cool deal. I'm gonna knock them off if I don't move them, because the next thing I want to talk to you about is right here. I run into a problem the other day, and to my knowledge, there's other companies that make the movable heads on the die grinders, but that one's sort of like a ball, pinless impact swivel. So
yeah, kind of like an air chuck. Instead of pulling down to release your chuck, push it up. Which I've not tightened the shield on it yet, but you can flex it back and forth.
How cool is that?
You just it'll lock in, and you can run it as a straight, or you can flex it back over.
That is freaking awesome.
If you're in a fender well, or you know, in an odd angle that you need to get to that a straight one can't, you can tilt that head and get where you need to.
What is the part number and stuff on all that?
That grinder is a AT35A.
There you go. Does it tell what the RPMs or anything is on it?
18,000 RPM,
That's
90
good.
PSI.
But there we go, guys. that's it. So if you guys are looking for some way to get in a bad spot so you can cut something off, this is the answer. And that's a cool design right there with that.
It really is.
Lock and chuck on it.
And then too, depending on where you are, which side you need to get to, you can always adjust your guard.
Yeah.
Loosen it and adjust your guard.
That is
But leave the guard on it.
Tool. Well, there's sometimes you do have to take them off. I will say that, but it's always better to leave them on if you can. So, what else was the? I know you got another pretty cool product laid up here that that's kind of interesting and neat. You wanna go over those?
This is a set of tap sockets. Therefore, if you want to just put it on a ratchet.
Yep.
And they are adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a drill chuck.
Yep.
So they happen to have all the set of 8 or 10, whatever, individual tap sockets. You can just have the 2 adjustable ones. You got one that's 3/8. They're both 3/8 job, but they're just for
one's larger and smaller.
One's bigger and one's smaller.
That's a pretty cool idea right there. I like those, you know, I always use the tap sockets because I hate the ones that come in the set, you know, that's got the big T-handle on them.
Right. You can't always get that T-handle where you need to be.
Yeah. I like to use a socket, you know, a ratchet. So those right there are great because they'd replace a whole set.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
One of my customers, he had lost a few out of his sets. The item number on that is a TSA 100S.
And it comes in a cool zip-up case.
Little nylon case, and
that's pretty cool right there. Really nice.
And then I know a lot of people are new to the Mac videos and some of the Mac tools, and one thing that's neat about some of our ratchet wrenches options we have on them is, you know, instead of being able to just slide right over a bolt,
right?
These actually have, I don't know if you can see it in here, a little silver ring.
Let me see if I can get it to where. Yeah, you can see it right there. And that keeps the bolt from going all the way through, don't it? Or the nut or whatever.
But if you need to slide all the way over, it will expand where you can go all the way over the head of it if you need to.
Oh, that's pretty cool right there. So it's sort of just like I guess like a E-clip or a C-clip or
just
something
like on the
in
end
there
of the impact.
And it pushes out. Yeah.
It expands in there and lets you go all the way across, but it's also handy too to where, you know, if you can't see what you're putting it on in the back and you don't go all the way through, you could just slide it on there and it don't let it go too far.
That's cool right there, man.
So,
I know the cases that y'all have are probably the best cases ever on the market. I like them because you can lay them down flat like that if you want to put them in a toolbox drawer, and they look good too, but the way they fold up, man, those are perfect for a toolbox on a truck. Like if you just got a regular gull wing or open lid toolbox, that set is small enough to fit on the side rails. Like when you open it up, you know, the part that sits on the bed, that's skinny enough to sit right in there so they don't fall down in the bottom and get lost, and you don't have to crawl around in there and dig through everything. It's like those are the perfect toolbox wrench sets by far.
And the nice thing is you don't have a plastic tray that it crack or break or fall over, spill everywhere. You can just close them up and take them with you.
Those are freaking awesome. Do these have the grooves on the open end like the regular ones?
I believe they do. Yep.
All right, guys, let me tell y'all a little secret with this. So, I've been studying wrenches. And what's cool with this little groove being in here, believe it or not, most wrenches you have to put all the way on to a bolt to get them to hold. These, if you get it to that groove, like if you're in a tight spot and you get it up to that groove, it's as good as shoving it all the way to the back. They will hold on. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works, but I do know that it does work.
That's the important part.
Like you can take snap-on wrenches, Matco wrenches, whatever kind of wrenches you want, and if you just, I'm talking about a 1/4 inch of that wrench is on that nut or the bolt, those will bite and still hang on, where everybody else will come off. I don't know how it works. You know, because it looks like they took a grinder and just barely eat the corner off that wrench. But whoever come up with that idea did a freaking awesome job, because I was just playing with it and somebody told me that one day. So I went over there to the bench, the vise, and I put some bolts in it. I tried to snap on. I had a blue point wrench, a Craftsman. I mean, I had probably 15 different wrenches. Those are the only ones, if you barely put it on there, they will break the bolt or nut loose. I don't know how it works, but it works. So
interesting.
That was a cool little feature that I figured out with them, and I don't know how it works.
As long as it works,
it's
that's
magic.
The important part.
It's magic. So, well, I got a few things I'm going to pick up, and you want to talk to them about that stuff you're ordering for me, because that's a pretty cool set. The little adapters.
Yes.
How they work.
You got in a bind this week and needed a 1/4 to 3/8 to get in a small place. Those are just a thin adapter that will go from 1/4 to 3/8, 1/4 to half, and half to 3/4, all on one set. And that set pulls up like, I want to say we said it was $36.
And that's a lot thinner than using the regular, you know, the regular adapters and stuff. And the reason why I got that, we was doing a job this week where it was a large nut, but it needed to be torqued to 11 foot-pounds. Well, none of my torque wrenches went down to 11 foot-pounds, so we had to adapt a 1/4 inch torque wrench up to a 3/4 inch socket. So,
and you can literally adapt from a 1/4 to 3/4 with that in like that much distance.
yeah. So
short as they are and skinny as they are.
There's the part number on the set if you guys want to take a look at those.
And I literally had a set on here until Tuesday. So
somebody else ran into the same problem apparently. So anyway, that's our video today, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you do, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Check our merchandise over here. We added some new cool discount codes and all that good stuff down in the description. And if you're not subscribed, click that button right over there. It don't cost you a dime. It don't hurt nothing. You ain't gonna offend nobody, and that way you'll see all the new coolest stuff we got. You guys have a great week, and we will catch y'all next time. See ya.